What's August 27th? You know, got the note on my door. It's a date. Let me get the time. It's 2:03 p.m. August 27th. I was not going to go to the YMCA this morning, but I did. Guard was telling me no. My back is still broke down. So at 12 o'clock, they let everybody in again. They close it off for the kids from 9 to 12. And then they open it back up. For everybody, 12 on. And as you can clearly see, normally I'm the first one in there waiting. I said, hey, I'm good to go. He said, yeah, you're good. I'm the first one on the court, as usual, when it's 12 o'clock. And then this guy comes. Every time they cops. And I said that from day one. I'm dealing with the police. They start off by calling your names, saying bad things. Then they start saying 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, shit like that. Well, shit you already heard. Now, what they want you to do is, I record when I'm in there. For my protection. So they can't say I did anything to anybody. Because when they got a host of people trying to provoke me for a fight, I have to protect myself, you know? They want me to go off on their cameras so they can say she has erratic behavior. It does not matter who started, okay? They're trying to make me into this person that, and I said this in my past. You're gonna hear me on my phone saying, Crystal, I'm getting greener and greener. I said I'm coming out of character. I spoke to Gibbs, Chief Jordan. Gibbs said they're trying to make me lose your job. I said, okay. Because eventually enough is enough. You get tired, you know? So, there's a cop running all over my court. Normally they send the kids to do that. Or they got bold enough to come out the closet themselves. You're gonna hear me saying in the past that this fucking man let his child run all over my court. And I ignored them. You know? And it was a lot of empty courts. It was just me, 2 kids, and 2 adults. And we was all on one side. And they had 2 courts to themselves, but they wanted to come on mine and take it. And he kept telling his son, go left and go right, trying to provoke me, but then saying things about my family while they were sitting on the floor, the adults. You know, your mother, your brother, your sister, you know, shit like that. I'm past that at this point. It's I'm a whole nother person. I'm past that. See, before, I didn't understand, you know? Before, when they was threatening me with the foster care, I was losing my mind. Now they dead to me, I don't care, you know? I'm not saying that they're dead to me. I'm saying that I'm dead inside as far as, I don't care who you kill. Go ahead. It's alright. But anyway, anyhow, you know, it's sad when they use the kids to do bad things, you know. So as you can clearly see, I'm shooting around, and they're looking for a video because they already made one ahead of time. It's pre-made what he's doing. Because how many times has somebody run around my court? A lot. More than 10. I've been there for how many days? 90 days, right? I can't even say half those days. More than half those days, I got somebody trying to provoke me. Every day when I'm out there, somebody's trying to provoke me. Fuck more than half the day. Anyway, anyhow, I'm on my side. And I know when they get crowded, people shoot around. But my spidey senses told me, go to the other side. And it was just this little kid, whoever he was. He kept saying, good shot, nice shot. And it was getting closer and closer. And I turned back and I looked and I said, oh, thank you. I said, I'm not a good shooter. Not today. I said, I can't shoot today. Like, not today. I'm a bum. I kept saying, I'm a bum today. Whoever he was on the phone with, he had the phone in his hand. She said she was a bum today. So, that happens all the time. Ain't nothing new. So, I'm on the other side of the court because I already know they get ready to get it in. So I go to the other side. You know, the kids let them, play. And I'm playing by myself. There's two other empty courts. There's one guy playing soccer with the basketball, minding his business. There's another guy in the middle court, and there's nobody at the other end. But off and on, there's people. Next thing you know, I got hit in my face. Okay? So, what's the purpose of that? There was empty courts. What was the purpose of that? I don't know. But with that being said, you know the cops is in there in the beginning trying to fuck with me. Okay? Then all of a sudden, it's a rush of kids. Ain't nowhere in hell all them kids walked in there at one time. Ain't no, unless they was all hanging out in the park together. You know, ain't nowhere in hell. So that cop, when he was provoking me, which they do every day, that's the type of shit that make you lose your job. Mr. Gibbs, they're hurting me. They're hurting me, Mr. Gibbs. They're trying to make you lose your job. So what they're doing now is showing on camera. Don't let them sit there and say. See, however they provoke you, how they try to make it legal, is when they sit there and say it's a test. You mean it's a test for you doing that for 13 years? That's not a test. What happens when I turn around and knock the shit out of you? Is that going to be a test too? That's going to be a test too when I knock the shit out of you? That's going to be a test? You know, it says test. So, don't fall for that test shit. That's November 5th. She was stabbing me on the bus. I went to my social worker, and she said, you got nice boots. I said, I had these boots for a long time now. She said, look new. I said, I don't wear it. I ain't got no clothes. I don't wear nothing. I said, I got one good outfit. I said, I'm not even complete. This is not even an outfit. But I look to have decent. And I said, shit, I got one good outfit. You know? So I go to Stop and Shop to go shopping November 5th. And I'm waiting for my bus. And she was 19 years old. She's on the phone talking about, yeah, you still look whack. But your one good outfit. She repeated what I said. Now, it's supposed to be, you know, schizophrenia when you think somebody's talking to you. But she repeated exactly what I said. And I look back at her, you know. You fucking look at me. I fucking stabbed you, bitch. And then I got on the bus. You gonna get the bus November 5th. And she kept talking that gangster shit. And I looked back at her. I said, listen, you don't know who life is worth living for anybody, so you need to be careful. Oh, I'm not talking to you, miss. I'm not talking to you messing with them. Who the fuck was you talking to? Oh, I was talking to that lady right there with the scarf. I said, what if she get up and kick your ass right now because she ain't got nothing to live for? What if she does that? I said, we need to stop that. Because I don't know what's going on with you, or how you feel inside. But not everybody's your enemy. I just do that sometimes because, you know, people, it's just to keep people away from me. I said, you ain't got to do it that way. If you want people away from you, there's other ways to do it, but I understand where you're coming from. And she started calling me auntie and shit. I wish she was my auntie. No. But anyway, I rode the bus all the way down. You know, I had to leave the supermarket. I had to leave Stop and Shop because there was this bulldagger lady that tried to jump in front of me. She tried to do an F apartment stunt. You know? So I'm pushing my cart. This bitch just ran up to me, stopped in front of me, looked at me, stared at me, grilled me, and then walked off. And I just looked like, who the fuck? And I was, you know, I was tick-tocking, and I just pushed my car to the side and I just left. You know, I just left. Anyway, anyhow, the police sent that kid over to my court to do that. Okay? See, when you do dumb shit, somebody can get hurt. Now, what if I was in a negative state of mind? Whereas, I did like this, and I would have got up and went into flip mode. You know? That's what they want me to do. And that's why he provoked me in the beginning. So get me angry. Okay? So that this little demon can come over and do his deed. And I'm supposed to get angry. I know this. When he was trying to provoke me, I laughed inside. I get that so much that it became a norm. Now, if you do that to somebody who doesn't understand narcissism, they will flip out. And that's how you lose your job. When somebody keeps provoking you, like, hey, why are you doing this? Well, I can. Then you'd be like, fuck you. And the next thing you know, they don't see what the person do. They see how you reacted, especially when you're under a great amount of stress. But I'm not under a great deal amount of stress, or I'm not going to walk out my door. I know how to build my neurotransmitters before I go anywhere. You know, I learned that through a psychiatrist. Okay? So I know what they're trying to do on a daily basis is create stresses for me. Now, I fail sometimes, don't get me wrong, I do fail. But that's the goal. The goal is for you to fail. So they can say, look, they don't want to sit there and say, I'm okay. They want to sit there. The cops ain't investigating me because I'm okay. The cops is investigating me because I'm supposed to be a horrible person. They ain't gonna stop. They ain't gonna come out their house to come sit up on TVs and downstairs and upstairs because I'm this horrible person. I mean, this nice person. They're gonna come sit to try to make me an animal and say, look, she's the animal. You know. Well, anyway, anyhow, they gotta prove their point. And they got to keep trying and trying and trying. For example, and I keep using these apartments as an example, you know. So their audios, they edited my house. Number one, they edited my house. They're taking what I say one day and try to make it look like the next. So whatever I said yesterday, look at my shirt. I have on gray and blue. Whatever I said yesterday will be playing in my house today. But I put my videos on YouTube. And they failed because I got hurt, you know. Now, what if I was in a negative state of mind and I would have turned around and hurt this guy? What if I would have turned around and went off, you know? That's what they wanted, and that it happens in patterns. I'm going to give an example that I'm going to post this, okay? I'm sitting at my desk. Perfect example. YN1/Miss Parker. Throw the newspaper on my desk. You're going to need this. And it says unemployment. So she's telling me I'm not going to have a job. I was supposed to clap on her. But I just looked at it and I said, guess I'm going to be needing it. And I laugh at it. I start laughing. Get up and do my little Super Bowl victory dance. She couldn't get at me the way she wanted to get at me. And I had help from HSCD 84 when I said, hey, they hurted me. And Mr. Gibbs said, they're trying to make you lose your job. I said, ooh. So when you see Sharp and all them clapping in my face, I'm sitting there looking at it like, it came to my mind. She's only clapping in your face like that, doing that talk, spit all in your face, screaming all in your face, pointing all in your face because she wants me to say something to her. And then when I say something to her, I'm the one to get in trouble for erratic. She's okay with her erratic behavior, but I'm the one that's going to get in trouble for erratic behavior. Just imagine that happening to you every day, and the day you turn around and say fuck you is the day they see. They don't see no other day, but the day you turn around and say fuck you is what they do. But anyway, anyhow, I ignored her. So I get into, you know, they was fucking with me for the whole day, saying things across the room about somebody not having a job, blah, 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 all day long. I had to do this for 8 hours. They talking to each other, but they talking to me. So I get an ID card, black customer. You know it's not my customer. They told me to go get it, so I already know somebody's going to fuck with me. So this lady comes in. I knew to keep my cool. You know, Mr. Gibbs. There's a difference between you know and you don't know. So I said, they working on me. They trying, but they kept failing. That's why I say my separation is false. Because they don't got no action. It was better off separating me in Virginia. Pittsburgh, I just sat there and just looked at them. And they was just coming at me sideways. They can't prove their case. They can't prove it. So they're trying to prove the future for the past. Anyway, anyhow, this lady comes in and says, I don't have a job. Do you know what is a job on base? Mind you, I was told I was going to be unemployed throughout the day. And I said, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. You know, I'm not looking for a job. Currently, I have one, so I really don't know what's out there. And she was like, it didn't go as planned. And that's what they do. It happens like that. Steps. Like that. By the time the third or fourth person, and that's why I'm able to rock them today. Because by the time the third or fourth person comes into play, you'll be frustrated. You'll be frustrated. And they ain't going to show you 1 through 10. I mean, 1 through 9. They're going to show you 10. 10 is when you sit there and you clap back. They're not going to show you that. They're not going to show you the 2 years straight that this lady down the hall, oh, Jesus Christ. It's in my 2018, I just got to my house. And it's in my medical record. She keeps saying she want to go to the Patriot House. That's what my record said. I was like, wow. My social worker wrote that. She said she wants to leave her house. She wants to go to the Patriot House. She wants to leave her apartment. Now, why would you want to leave your apartment? You know, because this bitch was standing in the hallway and get at me. They had cameras in the hallway, but it's their cameras. You know? It's their cameras. And then, I know the game from the past. When you clap back, how you bring a cops back on the cop? When you clap back on these motherfuckers, now all of a sudden, she's trying to kill me. She want to kill my kids. They use kids. And you see what I said yesterday, the day before yesterday. I'm going to try them just like the judge will. Anything over 8 is great. No, that's what the judge says. But I'm not going to sit there and want to fight nobody because they just there. That's not who I am, you know. What he did today, I'm sitting here contemplating, whether I'm going to go and go back to that place. Because now they're getting stupid. You know, that wasn't, trust me when I say, that wasn't no accident. That was supposed to happen. Trust me when I say, that wasn't no accident. That was supposed to happen. That right there was supposed to happen. Now ask yourself this, what is he doing on my court in this empty courts? Now if he ain't got nowhere to shoot, fine. 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 Because it's supposed to share. He did that on purpose.